Hello and welcome back to D3.js tutorial. Today we'll try to understand how to play with the axis formatting and positioning. Um, you probably remember from the previous video that we've defined our y-axis and scale, and if we'll take a look inside of, for example, this chart, we can see that the group has a group of the axis and the path for the chart. If I'll take look inside the axis group, I can see that it has a path for the line of the axis that represent the line, and for each tick in that axis definition in the axis group, and inside of it, we can see that we have the line itself. Let's take the 100 for example. We have the line that represent the axis and the text that represent the number, in this case 100. And if we'll see if you'll see inside, we can see that they are both set to be in black. The text is in black, but the line is in brown, even though it says 000, which represent black. The reason is that we have in the CSS file, we have a global definition for line to be brown with stroke width of 3. So each line on this page will be in brown and with stroke width of 3. And I want to play with that and change that. So I'll take the G group with class tick like that, g.tick, and its line, each line inside of it. And I can say in here stroke to be in green, for example. I can save it, refresh my page, and now each line, each tick on this page is set to be in green. And now I want to play with the text. So the text itself is also sitting under g.tick. So let's go back and write in here g.tick like before, and now text. And in the text I can say font size, for example, to be with 12 pixels, and its filling to be with, let's say, blue. Saving that, refresh my page, and now I can see that my text has been changed to be a bit bigger in blue. Uh, okay, now you can see that by default we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ticks, and I didn't define even one. So D3.js knows uh, to set the numbers of ticks and the steps according to the scale that we have. We have a scale from 0 to 360, and we have those number of dots. If I recall, it's supposed to be 12. Yeah, 12 dots on the line. So it says, okay, I know that people loves to see steps of 50, but it can also be 100, and that's for by default. If so, let's play with that and see how it goes. In here, I have defined the y-axis, and I can play with the number of ticks in here. Sorry, ticks like that, and say 3, for example. Refresh my page, and now I can see only 3 ticks on my scale, and the steps changed from 50 to 100. Because my scale is from 0 to 360, uh, the tick stops at 300 and didn't went to the next step, which is 400. Before I defined the number of ticks, and it was with steps of 50, it it went almost almost to 360. Uh, it went to the nearest place, which is 350. If I'll change my scale to be 400, and save that, refresh my page, it will go through 400. And if I'll define in here ticks to be, let's say, 2 and refresh it, it will go in steps of 200 to 400. So that's how you play with that. Let's take it back to 360, and the number of ticks I can define to be 3, like that. And that's how you play with the number of ticks and its positioning. One thing that is important to mention is that the number uh, that I've set in here, the 3, is only a suggestion. I mean, if I'll say um, right now it looks like that. If I'll say 4, 4, and refresh my page, nothing changed. Why? Because it doesn't look good, right? And that's what D3 knows to do. If I'll say 5, oops, sorry, if I'll say 5 and refresh it, still no change. If I'll say 6, okay, now it will be more than 6. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if I'm counting also 0, it is 8. And that's the reason that um, it is suggesting and not setting it to be a specific number of ticks, because D3 wants those values to be mm, around um, values 20, 50, 100, 200, and stuff like that. If I'll say 7, still no change. 8, no change. 9, maybe, nothing. 10, also nothing. 12, okay, 12 is a good change because now we have 20. The steps are with the values of 20. So that's how ticks works. Again, it is a suggestion. You need to remember that. Another thing that we can do is to play with the tick padding. If it's too close to the line, the text itself, I can set it to be like that, uh, with tick padding to be, let's say, 20. Maybe it's too much. Yeah, 20 is too much. Let's say 10. Okay, so 10 pixels, and it moved a bit to the left, of course. And I can also play with the tick size to be, oops, sorry, size to be a bit bigger or longer. Um, let's say again 10. You can see that it's a small, the tick line, it's a bit small. So I'll refresh it, and you can see that now the line got a bit bigger. Um, Maybe I can move that inside. Let's say 5, like that. Okay, it looks good now, I think. Okay, that's basically it. That's how you can play with the positioning and the formatting of the axis that you created. And that's it for now. Don't forget to subscribe our channel and join me for the next part of this tutorial. Thank you and have a great day. Bye bye.